Hello, my name is Daniel Sulzer. Today, I want to make public the individuals responsible for the destruction of our livelihoods as citizens. To begin with, I shall mention that the quality of the visible surveillance has been changed again since our last video went public 2 days ago. The surveillance and hacking must completely be stopped. Also, steps have to take place to close the matter reasonably. This would make things easier for all parties involved. We would appreciate prompt contact from a respective person in charge to enable the solution process and to ultimately avoid any further damage. In this video, I will outline key connections in this matter and identify the individuals responsible for undermining our livelihoods. At its core, this concerns violations of competition law and fraud committed against the startup Perform Fund Ltd by the Swiss Federal Department of Defense, DDPS, followed by criminal activities by members of the Swiss government, federal and state employees, and their private beneficiaries. I hold these individuals, and by extension Switzerland and Swiss institutions, accountable for directly and indirectly destroying our livelihoods, either through action or through their failure to act in response to these unlawful developments. This presentation is part of a series. This is part 2, following part 1, further publication, Can Switzerland Remain a Constitutional State? My statements are based on prior videos, available documents and evidence, and the criminal complaints I have submitted to the Swiss Federal Prosecutor's Office. Preliminary notes. The unlawful processes occurring in Swiss courts, including political rulings, the action of federal and state prosecutor offices, and destabilization measures against us citizens over the past 6 years, are widely known within the Swiss Federal Council, Parliament, legal institutions, media, and even across Europe. The criminal, citizen-hostile, inhuman, nationalistic and autocratic behavior towards us citizens is blatant and well documented through complaints, evidence, and recorded events. Despite broad awareness of these issues, neither Swiss institutions nor individuals committed to democratic principles have been willing or able to implement a long overdue reasonable solution. The rule of law has failed. Politically powerful actors have seized control, systematically destroying the livelihoods of ordinary citizens, beginning 6 years ago through manipulation and elimination of business relationship, etc. The Swiss People's Party, SVP, and possibly wealthy individuals appear to be orchestrating and perpetuating this destruction. Origin of the crisis. The root of these destructive machinations lies in violations of competition law and fraud committed by Federal Councillor Viola Amherd, former head of the DDPS, and other senior Swiss officials against the startup and us, the entrepreneur. Misconduct, fabrications, and crimes about the DDPS sports app orchestrated by Viola Amherd, including through her General Secretariat, military leadership, Federal Department of Finance employees, and other federal officials, directly caused the destruction of our livelihoods. Her failure to seek solutions enabled this situation. Had Viola Amherd pursued a lawful and reasonable solution, this crisis would never have arisen. Instead, she actively chose criminal conduct for herself, her network, and beneficiaries, acting fraudulently, intentionally, and in some instances, maliciously. I accuse Federal Councillor Viola Amherd of defrauding the startup and its stakeholders, destroying our livelihoods, and eliminating any possibility of a reasonable life over the past 6 years. Those who intentionally drove and continue to drive this destruction belong behind bars. The Swiss authorities. The RHW Foundation initially provided 150,000 Swiss francs in funding to Perform Fund Ltd. Daniel Sulzer has filed an annulment action against the foundation, details to be presented in another video. In spring-summer 2025, we attempted to escape surveillance in Lübeck, Germany, raise awareness through social media and work on a book manuscript. On May 4, 2025, a neighbor, Rasmus W., warned that wealthy individuals held the power over the matter, not the Federal Council. He suggested a safer route for overseas voyage, but our safety was compromised. Essential emergency equipment was stolen or withheld, for instance, a rescue beacon, and our mail was regularly tampered with. On May 5, 2025, a compulsory enforcement notice was delivered demanding over €250,000 and threatening an international arrest warrant. Despite this, we departed on May 7, 2025. Surveillance continued at sea and upon our return. The RHW Foundation, known to Swiss federal authorities, has used this compulsory enforcement as coercion and a tool for continued control and surveillance. Its role in destroying our livelihoods, along with that of Dr. Gregor Beck, is central. Accountability of Swiss judiciary and officials. Judges enabling unlawful, compulsory enforcement through corruption, abuse of office, and constitutional violations share responsibility. Hans Willi, District Court, Werdenbergser Ganserland. Dr. Caroline Kirchschläger, Canton of St. Gallen. Federal Judges, Christina Kiss, Monique Yametti, Yves Ruedi, Thomas Wittmer. The Swiss Office of the Prosecutor's Office, Ruedi Montanari and Sahar Milani, has failed to act on criminal complaints, enabling ongoing destruction and further crimes. Individuals such as Urs Eichenberger, a former shareholder of Perform Fund Ltd., actively obstructed resolution efforts, siding with Viola Amherd and perpetuating harm. His influence and alignment with wealthy, powerful actors contributed directly to the continuation of anti-citizen autocratic measures. Summary. Federal Councillor Viola Amherd, other federal employees and members of the armed forces have acted against Perform Fund Ltd. And its entrepreneurs through deliberate criminal actions and omissions. Swiss courts have issued political rulings in all relevant cases, including the RHW Foundation annulment action. The RHW Foundation has enforced over €250,000 unlawfully coercing and surveying us in Lübeck. Since March 20, 2023, the Swiss Prosecutor's Office has failed to act on criminal complaints. According to external observers, wealthy individuals, not the Federal Council, hold decision-making power in this matter, supported by obstruction from the DDPS leadership. The Swiss People's Party, SVP, plays a central role in enabling and perpetuating these citizen-hostile and autocratic policies. Next steps. In the upcoming video, I will present the role of Federal Counsel Martin Pfister and Dr. Gerhard Saladin in the final destruction of our livelihoods through inaction, deception, and obstruction of a reasonable resolution. Additional videos will cover the responsibility of the Swiss military leadership, the Federal Office of Sport, BASPO, the Judiciary, PAX, Occupational Pension, and the Bankruptcy Office at Höfe, Canton of Schwyz. Switzerland must compensate us citizens for the over 6 years of damage caused by these unlawful and destructive actions. Thank you.